Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2026 Misty Open. Cards of the Hearts here to bring you the first quarterfinals match of the tournament, as 5-seed Deagle, fresh off a win in round 1, is now going to take on our 4-seed FFR Pro 21 in a best-of-3 matchup on the hard level of the one-player stadium. So the RNG is getting raised here. We'll see if our players will be able to step up to the increased challenge of the hard level in just a little bit. A note to the YouTube audience before we get started: the live commentary was not recorded for the start of this match and was not heard on the live broadcast, so this commentary is being provided in post. Timers are counting down on racetime.gg, where we track all of our tournament race results, and these players are synced and off to start this best-of-3 quarterfinals match. Since this is hard mode, these opponents will behave mostly the same way every time, and you can expect to take these opponents down, especially early on, with a quick flurry of 4 to 5 lines of garbage, as our number 4 seed is showing expertly with a 9-second stage 1. Ooh, that smell. Might be hearing that a lot throughout this match. And what we have here on the right from our 5-seed Deagle is a combo trap. These opponents have a way with only looking underneath the lowest garbage block on their field. So if you send garbage the right way, you can get these opponents to thinking that they have no more moves when a human would actually be able to see that they do. And as these players will struggle through the early going, as FFR Pro gets hit with a garbage clear and another garbage clear, and Deagle does not get enough onto his own Brock stage. Let me introduce you to our two players. On the right side is the 5-seed Deagle, who took care of business in round 1 against GamerX459 and is now looking to make his first semifinals appearance of the season. He joined us for our 2024 tournament, and in last year's tournament he broke out and not only finished in the top 6 of the major championship, but in the open tournaments he actually made it to 4 semifinals and 1 finals appearance. And seeing as how we are almost perfectly synced on screen here, Deagle is looking like he has an opportunity here to repeat some of that success today. But his opponent for this match is one of the toughest that we have, and probably the most decorated that we've got in the 4-seed FFR Pro 21. FFR Pro has been a mainstay of our open tournaments since they started. We've held 10 opens so far before this one, and FFR Pro has appeared in 7 of those, including the last 3. He's won a total of 6 open championships, the most decorated in our community, not only in open tournaments but also in our major championships, being our only 3-time Pokemon Puzzle League champion in our history, winning in 2021, 2023, and 2024. In fact, he's only finished outside of the top 4 one time in our history, and he's already on a roll this year, winning the first 2 open championships, the Gary and Brock Open. And try not to let your jaw hit the floor with the speed that FFR Pro is sporting here. He hardly has any peer in our speedrun community when it comes to that speed. And just like that, FFR Pro is already taking a full stage lead over Deagle. Deagle got a little bit handed to him with this Erica, so he's already experiencing a bit of a deficit. FFR Pro, I don't think he got necessarily the attack he wanted there onto that Sabrina. So he will be having to follow up with some extra combos and chains, but he is certainly fast enough to get to just about whatever he wants. But Sabrina is getting about fast enough at this level where she can get to quite a few things too, and that's a 5 chain that Sabrina just hit FFR Pro with. That's going to waste even more time, and that's giving Deagle the opportunity he needs to get back in this race. By the way, the winner of this match will be advancing to the semifinals and immediately taking on our #1 seed Wizard Person right after this. So Deagle possibly having to go triple duty in order to advance through this tournament. Okay, I am just now realizing that the microphone was muted in the wrong place, so anything that I said to this point was not heard live. It might be something I have to dub in post, but yeah, we'll figure that out for the YouTube broadcast. In any case, this is going to be an uphill battle for our 5 seed, as FFR Pro 21 is kind of making some quick work out of most of these opponents. Dealing with Tracy there in 12 seconds. You can kind of see how these opponents want to operate, and you're kind of seeing what you need to do to most of these opponents. Team Rocket messing with FFR just a little bit. All that screen shake from the garbage falling is going to buy Rocket a little bit more time, but that is not enough for this Team Rocket. And Deagle might have an opportunity to make up a little bit of time here if these 3 chains land true. Ooh! Team Rocket almost got to that in time. It's about to waste a little bit more of Deagle's time, but he has been able to catch up over the last few stages little by little. Hard mode is definitely that kind of random. You can finish stages under 10 seconds, as we've already seen in this race. But you can also take close to a minute on these stages. So there's plenty of pitfalls to be had throughout this run, more so than any of the others that you have immediate access to on a fresh Nintendo 64 cartridge. Oh, look at all of this extra time Richie's able to waste dealing with FFR Pro's attack. That's not going to be quite enough. That will be good for 21, but Deagle is following closely behind with a 14. And right now, that's going to put the margin down to like, in close to 4 seconds. So there's basically no wiggle room for FFR Pro to have, and that is certainly not the first chain that he wanted. The second chain is going to be a little bit better for him. And Lorelei, caught out of position, will get taken down in 18 seconds. And Deagle hits Lorelei with the combo trap to finish in 19 seconds. Keeping things fairly close. We are down to the final 2 stages, and our players are separated by about 5 seconds. This one could come down to the wire, puzzlers. Bruno is going to hit FFR Pro with a 5-chain. But FFR's counter will be enough to take him down in 19 seconds, and Deagle gets hit with a garbage clear from his Bruno. That could prove to be all the difference. Like, Gary II definitely has a way with wasting time at the end of this run. But Deagle is going to be very far behind the 8-ball compared to FFR Pro. It's going to be a near 20-second head start. Oh, Gary messing things up a lot there. And FFR Pro will survive Game 1 with a time of 10 minutes, 2 seconds. That is good enough to take down Game 1 of this best of 3. That one was certainly a bit close for comfort for our defending Open champion. Deagle managing to get a decent finish of his own Gary II, with finishing with a 10:36. So that race got quite competitive at some point, so that there is some hope for Deagle to even this out and stay alive in this tournament, as these players are about to get set for Game 2. Here comes Game 2, coming at you very quickly. Right now, even. And Deagle is up against it. If Deagle wants any hope of advancing in this tournament, he's going to have to win the next 2 races against a veritable champion of our Pokemon Puzzle League tournaments. The 3-time Pokemon Puzzle League LPS Major Champion in FFR Pro 21. But so far, it is Deagle getting the best of his Gary I. Getting a few seconds edge there. But one advantage that FFR has that may or may not be a bit understated going into the rest of this match is that FFR Pro is playing with his in-game music turned off. So his stages are going to load about 0.4 seconds faster per stage. So he's got a free 6 seconds of an edge over Deagle, who has the music turned on before the race has even started. That might be a rule we need to legislate later. Who knows? Definitely let me know in our community Discord server if you don't like that both of our players are playing against those different options. Not that FFR Pro is needing that sort of advantage to keep ahead of Deagle at this point. FFR is definitely letting the combos fly. You can see from FFR's attacks, he is very, very aggressive. He will keep things to a 3-chain maximum in the early going, whereas Deagle seems more content to make 4 and 5 chains. And he is definitely willing to go bigger. Not that hard mode will necessarily need it early on, but that's definitely something you have to worry about if you get into the harder levels. Oh, Koga, you really think you're gonna be able to scroll all the way down? You are not V-hard. You do not have time for that. And neither does Deagle's Koga have time for that. There's FFR Pro with a very textbook attack there. 4 combo, 4 combo, 6 combo in and 6 combo on the end, and all that does prove to be enough to deal with Sabrina there. And Sabrina going after the wrong match to deal with Deagle's attack, and Deagle will be making up a few extra seconds there. And you know, on the like music on, music off issue, I am definitely open to supplementing the stream audio with something a little less copyright to infringing, instead of essentially getting flagged by game audio. We could do what some of the classic Tetris tournaments do, and source the audio from other places. Partner with the various composers to at least license some form of other audio. That is certainly an option we could go for, and we can just, I don't know, either mandate turn the music on or turn the music off, have their mandate some sort of agreement before the match. Who knows? Who knows? Turning the music off is very much try hard. It may be a bit overkill for a race situation, and I say this as a try hard. Like it may be too much to force the players to turn the music off during matches. Again, hasn't seemed to have affected this match too much, as FFR Pro has really been pouring it on these late game opponents. Oh, Richie does get to that match though, and will force FFR to sit through a lot of garbage clearing right there. Giovanni will get taken care of by Deagle in 16 seconds there, and will now be caught up to FFR Pro on the same stage. And look at this lag chain that Richie is throwing down onto FFR Pro. Look at all this time getting wasted. 49 seconds for FFR Pro, and Deagle with 14 is going to make up a huge amount of that margin right back. We are basically less than 2 seconds apart. So much for that music on, music off debate. It may, like, Like, it could, well, it could actually matter here. Not that it usually does. Ooh! Oh, Lorelei might have a problem here. And that is a very textbook combo trap from FFR Pro. But we are about separated by 2 seconds there. We are getting very close to the end, and this could come down to a margin where I'm going to have to check the tape to see if there's a winner. That would not be something that Deagle is particularly a stranger to either. This Deagle nearly got me with a hard race in one of last year's matches. Oh no, Deagle needed one more line onto his Bruno. So Bruno's going to punish him with more garbage clears. Meanwhile, FFR Pro is on to the final stage. FFR can take care of business here. The match is over. FFR gonna leave it at a 5 chain there. Gary is wasting some panels. Oh, and there's the attack on the main garbage. Now it's all bets are off on when this will go down, but Gary is out of position there and will go down to FFR Pro in a time of 9 minutes 36 seconds. Game 2 and a match does go to the 4 seed. And FFR Pro will be moving on to the next round, but Deagle certainly had some great moments in this tournament. We'll certainly be looking forward to him playing in future opens. Deagle's always a force to reckon with. Deagle having a little bit better of a Gary at the end too, to finish with a 10-25. So well fought from Deagle, but it is not enough on this day. Let's go ahead and make this result official. We got Yoshi and a rare Peach sighting from FFR Pro 21 making an appearance on the channel. They're here to celebrate another match win from our three-time major champion. And I don't know, this might prove to be the toughest match that FFR Pro has had in open match this season, because Wizard Person has finally come out to play. Wizard Person getting the overall #1 seed should really strike some fear into the FFR Pro believers. We're going to be seeing that best of 5 hard mode match coming at you right after this, so don't go too far away. This is the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun Tournament 2026 Misty Open.